Okay, my name's Keith Hughes, and first off, I want to thank everybody from our class for making this a very enjoyable experience. I want to thank the chamber, and most of all, we want to thank Beth. Without her, we would have gone. She was our leader. You know, and we can see that. You talked about leadership, Mr. O'Malley did, but she led us not only, you know, from the standpoint of our leadership class, but having to go through all this weird weather. We had snowstorms that knocked us out, which Beth was I'm just kidding. And then we got rained out for our first Timber Ridge program. So that for me is where my journey began. I asked myself from day one, what was I supposed to get out of this? I had many family members come through this program before me, and I was born and raised right here in Olathe, and I couldn't figure it all out. And then we got to Timber Ridge, and that's where it reinforced with me what leadership really, what the view or the look of it is. For me, we were climbing those walls, listening to everybody say, "Oh, I can't do this. Look at how high that is." I'm one of them. And throughout the whole day, we started seeing people who said, "I'm not going to do it," or "I can't do it," or "I won't do it," start to do it. And so sometimes being a leader is not being the strongest or the loudest or maybe the smartest. Leaders come in each and every, form. And that's mainly what I'm trying to say about is what I've learned to take from this program itself. You may be the biggest guy on campus, you may be the smallest guy, but if we all work together, we can all be leaders. And that's what we learned that day. Some of us were on a rope. Some of us were pulling each other up a ladder. Some of us were just shouting encouragement. And that's what a leader is, in my view, and that's what I've taken from this program. Going forward, there's no doubt that Olathe is in very good hands, from the community side and from the chamber side. I've seen this over the last few months, seen each and every person grow from January when we didn't know one another, to where we are today. And I think we're a pretty good group of friends and co-workers and things like that, community leaders. In the end, like I said, this team came together, and as long as we all work together, there's one thing that we can always take away is that together we'll accomplish a lot more than we ever will by ourselves. Thank you very much. I had a great time, and God bless everyone.
After both those speeches, I figured that instead of having one, I would do tonight's entertainment. I believe I can fly. Actually, starting off, before I got here this afternoon, I was still trying to write a speech, and I thought I was done. And then Mrs. Turner read my speech, and actually, I was reading it to her. She decided to, do what she does, correct me, put me back on course. Yes, Mrs. Turner does get awards for keeping me contained, I guess is the best way for some of the people in my class to know about. I guess a couple of years ago, I moved, we were living down in Columbia, Missouri, and we kept on, there was this gravitational pull to this area. For years, we kept on just coming back to the area, and my wife had said, she was pregnant with, I believe, Olivia the first time. Wouldn't it be wonderful to live in this area because of the fact that, look at just over the time that we keep on coming here, how it's grown. Wouldn't it be a beautiful place to be able to not only live, but to raise our children? Look at the schools, look at the roads, everything, compared to Missouri, which hopefully nobody takes any offense to that. So, I ended up getting the opportunity to come aboard to Broadband, and without even seeing the dealership, I knew nothing really about it except for the area. I knew it was a fantastic organization, and I guess basically it was the first time I don't think I ever had to wait for my wife's answer. I think she actually said yes in the background before I got to say anything, because of the fact that there was so much excitement about it. When I did start at Broadband, one of the things that there was so much excitement because of the fact that how seeing the area, and seeing the community, that it was this little big city. And that's with the potential of just being the big little city. I guess it's just, I wanted to be, I had said to Robert in one of our meetings, I said, you know, it's amazing, I want to do more for, you know, in the community. I want to be involved in more, both me and my wife. You can see that a light switch had gone on. A couple of weeks later, my boss, Dave, he asked me in his office, and he said, hey, I want to let you know that Dave, Robert is nominated to be part of leadership of Olathe. And I really didn't understand the magnitude of what it was, because of the fact that obviously I'm not from here. I'm from Tonganoxie, as you can tell by my accent. One of the other ways of obviously blending into the area is being a speech therapist, but at least if nothing else, I have graduated from the leadership of Olathe, and you guys can't get rid of it, because I am going to be here, and with the accent or not, I do want to continue putting in, you know, obviously back into the community. One of the great things about the fact that I'm, you know, being nominated about it was the fact that, and Robert being part of it, and anybody that used to come into the store and ask, you know, how's it going? They all said the same thing, that my eyes would light up about the fact that the excitement of what was going on. They would ask me what part. Everybody knows. It's almost like boot camp in the Marine Corps to a certain extent about the fact that what week he in. Everybody knows. And everybody was able to share the excitement with me. And it was a special feeling about the fact that there was, you know, if anybody that is a part of this feels such an incredible sense of pride about it. And they're taking so much with them. And they want to give back and want to share that with other people. So I know that eventually I'll end up having the opportunity to nominating somebody to be part of this, and I think it's going to be pretty exciting for them too as well. By the way, I have cue cards, so in case you guys are wondering, because I have a lot of them, which scared the heck out of me because my wife made them up for me. But there's a lot of blank ones, just to let you know. So I guess it's where am I at? I guess I was at the Marine spot. I guess, yeah, if you would. Give me a hand. I guess in a lot of ways, you know, I was in the Marine Corps for a while, and they say that there's a band of brotherhood. Well, I guess in, you know, with the leadership of Olathe, there's a band of brothers and sistershood, and I think this is going to be pretty exciting about the fact that even with our class and about how we want to continue, even in the last session, we were all kind of nervous about the fact that we weren't going to be able to get together again, about the fact that there wasn't going to be that regimented schedule. And Beth had pointed out, she's like, you know, when do we, you know, all get together again? Of course, I wanted to have a pool party, and you know, everybody was a little nervous about the pool party. Didn't know if I was going to be mature enough. But my wife, I told let everybody know that my wife was going to be there, so obviously, you know, flick me behind me to make sure that I'm good. But again, with that, you know, with the fact that there's that sense of the fact that a lot of people in the class, every one of us feeling a sense of sadness about the fact that, you know, there won't be that regimen. It showed me about the fact that I do believe that this class is going to make and continue the progress that has already started with the leadership of Olathe. And I see great things that are happening. I guess coming to a close, and then I'll break out the song for everybody. I want to thank Dave and Robert for nominating me from Broadband. Beth for all our organization and help, and obviously keeping us in line. I guess Rick Newson, who was my sponsor, who is not here tonight because of obviously he was nervous the first time we met. When I first called, he actually called me and he asked me where I was from. I said that I was from the East Coast. Then he said, well, let me have a phone number I can reach out. And it was an Omaha area code, 402 area code. He goes, well, how come the 402 area code? And I said, well, Rick, this is between you and me, but I was in the witness protection program. Rick works for the police department. Just let it and, to say the least, what ended up happening was he goes, I don't understand, your witness protection program. I'm like, yeah, they got the guy that was trying to whack me. So they let me move to, Olathe, but they told me to keep the same phone number so it keeps them off track. It was like, oh, well that's, there was silence. And then there was some nervousness, and they asked me for my driver's license number. Which I didn't think that was kind of normal, but then he asked me for my social. And I was like, I don't exactly understand what's going on. Well, Rick ended up telling me the first time we met, because we spoke before we ended up having the first meeting, that he did a background check on me. That I wasn't part of any kind of, I told him, well, all those files have been sealed. But look out, and he just kind of dove to the floor. So again, my wife and her patience, obviously everybody in the class probably knows that she deserves a medal. She's a pretty incredible woman, and she's always been my strength. So again, I think, thank her for that. And last but not least, and we'll cut it, it's moved, but we'll find another one. The Beth, for the class of 2013, we all want to thank you very much, and we want to present you with a little gift here. And again, we all want to say thank you very much. This time, we have a big ceremony we're doing together, and she's just clap. She's been practicing.
Thank you so much, and thank you for volunteering to speak on behalf of the class of 2013. Several people have asked me, wow, how long